Good evening to all present here. It's a great pleasure to see you all to learn about the power of Python programming. The 7-day Python Bootcamp will focus on teaching the basics, building on the fundamentals of Python, and will then move on to teaching about a few modules in Python important in the domain of machine learning. We hope that by the end of this bootcamp, each of you present here will have the confidence and skill set to complete any project in Python efficiently. Now to introduce you to your guide to Python for the next week. He's a student of Vit-Ap itself and also the lead of our technical team here at MLC. Daptoshi Tripathi, skilled in not only Python and its various machine learning modules like scikit-learn, Seaborn, TensorFlow, but also many more languages like C, C++, Java, SQL, HTML, batch programming, among others. He's a technological force and is very excited to be able to share his knowledge with you all. Let us all welcome him, and we hope you learn as much and have fun during the course of this bootcamp. Dipto, over to you.
Thank you for that humble introduction, Rishika. I'm going to turn my camera on now, and I am extremely ugly. Hello, and welcome to the 7-day Python Bootcamp, guys. I am your guide, Tipto. You may address me as Tipto. I have a very long name. It is unfunny, and I hate it. But Tipto is fine. And in this Python Bootcamp, you're not only going to go through the basics of Python, but also touch the basic levels of machine learning. Okay. Um, let's start with a little bit of the basics. How many here know Python? Can you just show of hands, please? We have two people, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just keep going. If you know Python, please raise your hands so I can, lay the groundwork. Okay. A lot of you people know Python. Let's just reverse it a little bit. Is there anyone here who does not know Python? Just drop your hands if you do know Python and raise your hands if you do not know Python. Okay, I see quite a few hands here. So we're going to go through the basics as well. Okay. Um, Let me share my screen. You can see what we're going through. Share. Is my screen audible to all of you? Can I just have any feedback? Also, please feel free to turn your mics on and speak to me at any time. I do not know if my screen is visible.
It is visible and your video is also visible, Dipto.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I had a PPT prepared here. We're just gonna go through it. Python. This is a snake in the corner. Try about it. I decided to add memes here because for some reason I thought it would be funny. Yeah, let's get to the Python, please. Is there anyone here who knows what Python is? Can someone turn their mic on and tell me what Python is?
Rajesh, please give them access to their mics.
Oh, they don't have access to the mics. Nice. Well, I'll go through with this. It doesn't matter. It's fine. What is Python? Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language. All you have to understand from these words is that it is super cool. But what does interpreted, object-oriented, and high-level mean? Well, high-level means high-level, which is the obvious part. What does interpreted and object-oriented mean? Well, there are two types of programming languages: compiled and interpreted. Compiled refers to programming languages which are written, the code is written as a whole, and then you compile it. Then you can see where the errors are in the code, like C, C++, Java, etc. Interpreted is a line by line process, which means every line you see is debugged as soon as you're typing it. And once you type it, it is judged. If it is correct, then the compiler will tell you that it is okay. If it is not, it will show you an error. It will tell you what the error is. So Python is an interpreted language. It is high level. It is not a low level language. It is not assembly language. It is not a language that the computer directly understands. It is a high level language which a human can understand. Okay. And another thing is object oriented. Python is object oriented. This is something we'll go through later, probably tomorrow or day after. But yes, just remember what object oriented is. Someone saying something? Rajesh, do they have access to their mics, by the way?
Yeah, I gave them access, bro.
Perfect. Okay. Does anyone have any issues so far? You can speak up, please. A simple no will do. Anything.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the no. What else? It was created entirely by one man, Guido von Rossum, and was launched in February 1991. This is just some general knowledge. Object-oriented languages refer to those that organize their software design around data or objects rather than functions and logic, which means let's consider a human being. A human being with only its body, like all of its internal organs, is nothing. He's a vegetable. He needs his head, he needs his hands, he needs his legs. These are all individual parts that when you combine together makes a human being a human being. An object-oriented language works the same way. Consider Python. If you program something individually, you compile one part of the program, you combine it with another big program, then you make another chotusa part. You combine it with the big part. You take another one, you take another one, and you bring them all together. And therefore, all of these small objects, they complete the entire code, and now your program works. That is called object-oriented programming. And another example of an object-oriented programming language could be Java. Okay. And quick fun fact: Python was named after the TV show Monty Python. This is You don't need to know it. Is that any good? Python has a lot of different pros, some of which are powerful. Obviously, it's dynamic typing, built-in third-party tools, automatic memory management, etc. What are these things? What is dynamic typing? What is built-in and third-party tools? What is automatic memory management? Does anyone know what automatic memory management is? Guys, I'd rather not talk to myself, please. Yeah, me here. What's up? Tell me. Me here, Prabhakar. You raised your hand.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, so in other languages like which I know, it's C programming language. In that you have to manually manage your memory of which variable to store and when it should be deleted in the
Correct.
pointers. But in languages like Python, it automatically does that for you. You don't have to worry about it.
Perfect explanation. Thank you, Mihir. Okay. So, as Mihir said, you don't need to actually tell the programming language or the program key, this is your memory. Here is where you need to go. It handles it itself. It has a built-in, system to control the memory where it is allocated, and it controls everything by itself. You don't have to worry about it. Just leave it. Built-in and third-party tools. Now, what do these tools refer to? This is something that most people overlook when they start learning Python. They just learn the basics of Python and they think that it is done with. But Python has so much more usage than can be shown. Did you know Turtle? Does anyone know Turtle? The really old programming languages say you can make lines and stuff with it. You used to do it in fourth grade. Krishna Jha. Yeah, nice. Anyways, you can use stuff like Turtle in Python. There is a literal module in Python that is pretty cool. I was surprised when I first found out about it too. Anyhow, there are several small things that you can add on to Python externally, and there are several existing modules in Python which automatically add to its value, obviously. So there's stuff like you can use math.py, which is a module, to compile, use complicated calculation. Someone speaking? Uh, Chashmika, I think your mic's on. Do you want to say something? Oh, okay. Must be a mistake. Let's carry forward. It is powerful. It has dynamic typing built in and third-party tools. Third-party tools refers to tools which you can use Python to go ahead with the system of Python, which means you can use it further than just basic print hello world. You can use it for machine learning, which is what this club is all about. There are modules such as TensorFlow, which have infinite machine learning capabilities. You can create your own machines. You can create basically self-sustainable chatbots. You can create data analysis tools. That there's so many possibilities. Okay, it is portable, runs on virtually any major platform. Do I have to explain that? I don't think so. It's mixable, can be integrated with many other languages, example C, SQL, etc. This is a very important thing that Python can do. Uh, Most other languages, you find it
Java.
very hard to. Yeah, what's up? Who is speaking? Sorry. Hello.
Um, what about Java
Krishna.
and what about Java? Like you said, no. Like
Oh, okay. You're talking about integration of Python and Java.
yes.
Okay. Uh, to my knowledge, I think there is a form of integration for Python and Java, but I may not be sure. I might have to get back to you on that. Okay. As far as I know, C and SQL are the majorly used programming languages for integration with Java. Is that okay? Yeah. Um, yeah, well, this is very important for Python because most people they're settled on C. People who are like game developers or major application developers, they decide to go with C because of how powerful it is, or SQL, which is structured query language. It is a database system, database management software. Sorry, programming language with which you can basically manage data. It is a more complicated version of MS Excel, you can say. Okay, these people they program on SQL and C, and they decide to combine it with Python. Yeah, Navneet, what's up? Navneet, uh, you are not audible. Okay. Was someone saying something? Uh, okay, I shall continue. Anyhow, it is easy to learn. No explanation here. Shoot. Basically, yeah, it is very easy to learn. I mean, Python practically replicates the English language. It is kind of like SQL. It replicates the English language in that way. That is, it's not like SQL, but you can use words like print, input, for, in. Those are basic English language words. So it is completely easy to understand. So people pick it up very easily. Download Python from https://www.python.org. And I will be using Jupyter Notebook for this. For people who do not know what Jupyter Notebook looks like, I hope you can see my screen here. If you can, just someone please say yes.
Yeah, we can see.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, and
Yeah, we can see.
I'm assuming you can see my PPT as well. Yeah.
No.
Wait. Hold up. Now,
Um,
can you see my
we can
PPT?
see the Jupyter.
Can you see this guy? Very hot,
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
Anyway. So you can use any interpreter as you like. I am going to stick with Jupyter Notebook. There's another one, Visual Studio, but it has given a lot of, you know, pain to many people, including me. So I fucking hate it. Anyhow, this is Jupyter Notebook. You can do stuff like print hello world in here. I hate myself. I do not like print hello world. Print hello world is very old. So I wanted to introduce you to something. Hold up. Where is it? There we go. I wanted to put a hello world program here, but we are going to do something very advanced. Well, little advanced. There's something called an input command. Now, most of you people who have studied, Python before, you may know what input is. You can quickly go through this slide. I'm just going to keep going with the flow. Input takes an input. Wow. Who would have guessed? So what you do using the input command is you do something like you assign a variable to it, obviously. So let's take our variable to be a, okay? And we do a is equal to input of I into your name. We close this. It says hi, enter your name. Then it says a is equal to input. So if I say crypto, just it exits. So I'm going to print hello plus a. Now the plus a refers to just adding this variable onto this line, okay, onto the print line. So I assume I'm audible again. Anyone say yes?
Now you are, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't understand why this happens. Share screen window, your entire screen, share. And am I visible again? Perfect. Can people see my screen, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yes. Did you guys see this? Just someone please say yes. A is equal to input of hi, enter your name, print hello plus a.
Yes.
This is basically, thank you. This is assignment of variables. So it's a very simple, concept, but I'll have to go in detail about it. Hold on. Let me explain to you. Let's, yeah, a little bit of the history as well. I do not know why I put the slide here, but yeah, you can use it for many modern day scenarios using system programming, graphical user interface programming. Does anyone know what a GUI or a graphical user interface is? Just quick definition, please. Anyone? You have to raise your hand, just turn your mic on and say it.
When a user doesn't have to interact with a command line or a shell to interact with the computer, and you
Correct.
directly interact with it via graphical interface.
Correct. Like Microsoft Teams. I don't have a command line. I do not see a console anywhere. I don't see a shell anywhere. I don't see an ounce of code. All there is here is buttons. There are so many buttons, including the leave button, which I really want to press. So I can do whatever I want using these buttons, correct? But escape backend, to the backend of this, someone had to program it. And that is called creation of a graphical user interface, which I can interact with in real time. Okay. So you can use Python for creation of these. For instance, the GUI of Instagram, Spotify, Reddit, and YouTube was made using Python. Component integration. Shoot, 1 second. Shoot. There we go. database programming using SQL. As I previously mentioned, SQL is structured query language. It is a database management programming language, and using SQL integrated into Python, it is very useful for database programming. You can maintain a lot of CSV files, and we shall be seeing a little bit of that in the later classes as well. Gaming, heck yeah, I love playing games. Images, XML, robotics, many more. So these are modern day scenarios where you can use Python. Tetris, Flappy Bird, and even Battlefield 2 were made using Python. Yes, I love Battlefield 2. It's a pretty good game. Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, Spotify. Yeah. Now, variable assignment. The assignment of all values to variable is a crucial task in Python. You will come across several code snippets where you have to assign values to variables and carry out tasks with them. To write a few easy examples. X is equal to 2, y equal to 3, z equal to x plus y, z equal to 5. And this is try it out, take x equal to 23. Y equals 4, okay? And x star y. Perfect. If I do something like z is equal to 25 and x star y minus z, this will give you 67. Dangerously close to a very dangerous number. Anyhow, these are some examples of variable assignment. But what are variables? Is variable just a number? Can you assign something more than just a number to it? Let's try x is equal to. Saying something? Hello? Yeah. Sorry, who's this? This is Manasa. Okay, I shall continue. Let's say x is equal to. Yeah, you were saying something. Okay, I shall continue. Say x is equal to hello, and it accepts it. Now we do x, and it does hello. Also remember, you don't necessarily have to put x over here. You can just always do print x. And you see, whenever I do x, it has a little quotation mark over here. Again, if I do y equal to 25 and then y, it does not have the quotation mark over here. Can anyone tell me why? There's a very simple answer to this. Anyone?
It's an integer type data, so it doesn't require
Variable and
quotation marks,
visual.
honestly.
Perfect.
It's just
Variable types are different. Who said that? I want to thank you. X is a string variable, okay? And y is an integer. So obviously it doesn't need quotations. It doesn't need that extra thrown. It is smaller. Now, sure, you can assign values like this. You can also perform operations with them, as I just showed them to you. Does anyone has anyone studied digital logic design over here? You can just raise your hands if you have. Okay, a few people have. The prerequisite. Okay, let's go back a little bit behind it. Is there anyone here who knows what logic gates are? Raise your hands. Just blankly raise your hands. I want to see how many people. Okay, there are a few people. Nice, a lot of people actually. Logic gates are essentially comparison. Basically, you are comparing the weight of two objects. If it is greater, if it is lesser, those are comparison operators. One greater than two. False. How does it decide that this is false? Because one is not greater than two. One less than two, true, because one is less than true. The weight of one is less than true. What if I do something like one and two? If I do something like 1 or 2, 1. If I do something like 1 not 2, is invalid syntax. Whatever. My point is, these are some logical gates which you use for comparing between two Boolean values. Now, I had a logical table somewhere. One second. Oh, wow. I'm learn here. Give me a second. Shall load up. Perfect. Um, yes. Logical operators. Logical operators are used to compare two or more expressions in order to see if the entirety of the statement lands true or not. So I take two operations, two expressions, and I compare them. If the entire statement is true or if it is false, then the expression, whatever answer I get, will be based on that. If it is true, it will say true. If it's false, it will say false. Okay. The three main logical operators are and, or, and not. There are more, obviously. There's XOR, there's NOR, there's NAND, but they are just, you know, for further educational purposes, not here. We won't go over them. Here, you'll see the table. Just, I hope you guys can see this clearly. The truth table for and is, if A and B are true, then the entire statement will be true. If A is true and B is false, then the entire statement will be false. If A is false and B is true, the entire statement will be false. And if everything is false, then the entire statement will be false. So let's say you have a girlfriend. You want to go to a show. Okay. If you are going with your girlfriend, so you are going, A is going and B is going, then both of you are going to the show. Okay. If you are willing to go, but she has stomach pain, then none of you are going. You are not going. If she is willing to go, but your mom said no, then again, none of you are going. If she has stomach pain and your mom said no, then both of you are again not going. These are some logical comparisons for AND gate. Let's say OR. You have a friend that hasn't paid you your 10 rupees back since class 6. Okay. You're A and he's B. And you both are going to a football match. Okay. If you are going and he is going, both of you are going together to the football match. Okay. It's all fine. You have some work to do, so you cannot go, but he is free. He doesn't care about you. He stole your 10 rupees long back. He doesn't care about you anyways. He will go. You are free to go, but his mom slapped him. You will go again. He will not go. You don't care about him. He didn't return your money. But again, if his mom slapped him and you are busy, you have work, none of you are going. This is the OR logic gate. If it is understood, just please say yes, understood. Anything, I can't change the tab repetitively. It is annoying.
Yes, understood.
Okay, thank you. Um, Not is very simple. It is essentially the opposite of what is said. I am a boy, uska not hoga, I am a girl. I am a girl, uska not hoga, I am a boy. Okay, it's a very simple statement. So these are some logical gates. And these are some examples of logic operators and how you can use them. 1 greater than 2 and 2 less than 3. Okay, let's try them over here. This okay. Let's try 5 greater than 3 and 6 less than 2. Can anyone tell me what the response for this will be? What should it
False.
false? Okay, you are correct. How about 1 less than 2? What will this be?
True.
Correct. What if I do this? What will it be?
True.
In
True.
Okay, very good. And how is that true? Because this statement is true and this statement is false. Or does not care about anything. If one is true, the entire statement will be true. Again, if I do 3 less than 2, then this first statement will be false and this second statement will also be false. Therefore, the entire statement will be deemed false. Let me give you one. 3 less than 1 and 4 greater than 3, or 2 less than 2 greater than 3, or 6 less than 1. Tell me the answer to this.
True.
True? Okay, any other answers? Anyone for false? No one for false. I did run the code and it still says false. Why does it say false? 3 is greater than 1. Correct? This is true. And 4 is less than 3. This is false. True and false will automatically be false. Is 2 greater than 3? No. So this entire statement will be false. Is 6 less than 1? This entire statement will be false. You need to look at it step by step from left to right. So you take the first two operands. If this is false, then you carry it forward. False. And is this true? No. Is this false? Then false. Is this true? Is this false? False. You need to carry it forward like this. Let's give you another one. It's just from the back of my mind. I'm just 2 less than 1 or 4 greater than 5. Oops. Or 6 less than 8. Can someone tell me the response for this?
True.
True. Okay. Any falses this time?
True, true.
True, true, true.
True. Okay. It is true. Don't kill me. Thank you. This is true. Okay. Well, these are just some examples of comparison operators and logical operators. Just like you are compared to Sharmaji ka ladka, this is the same case. You are comparing and seeing which value holds the bigger weight. Now, when comparing, you are going to also have to see if two values are equal. They hold the same weight. If you are as heavy as the person next to you, so you can fat shame him or he can fat shame you. So we do something. A equal to 2. This is you assigning the variable A with the value 2. But if you do A equal to 2, what do you think the output will be?
True.
And you are correct.
True.
Value of A is 2 and you are comparing 2 to 2. But again, if I do 6, A equal to 6, it will be false. Now, equal to refers to equality comparison operator, wherein you check if two variables are equal. Okay. What is the opposite of equal to? Exclamation equal to. You would not know this probably, but yes, exclamation equal to comparison operator for seeing if something is not equal to this. Okay, so what do you think the answer to this will be?
True.
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 Will it be true? A is not equal to 6. Correct. And how about this? Will it be false? Yes. Okay. Now, what if I do A is equal to true? Okay. Now I'm assigning the truth value to A. B equal to false. Wait. False. Okay. What if I do A equal to B? What do you think the output will be?
False, maybe.
False.
You are correct. True is not equal to false, but if I do something like this, A is not equal to B, it will be true. because true is not equal to false. This sounds philosophical, obviously, which is why I hate it. Okay, let us involve true and false with our value comparison. Let's do 1 less than 2 and 2 greater than 3. Let us assign this to a variable c. Okay, so what do you think about a equal to c?
False.
False.
1 is less than 2 and 2 is not greater than 3. So this will be false. C is equal to false and A equal to C will be true and false, which is false. You are correct. This is the magic of logic operators and some comparison operators. Very simple. Okay. Um, I did not intend to go ahead with the second PPT, but since it took such less time. Okay. When I first created this PPT, I had given some people an assignment um, to create a small chatbot. Does anyone here know what a chatbot is?
No.
You, no? Okay. Um, well, a chatbot is essentially an artificially intelligent
A
robot.
chatbot, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, it talks to you. It is online. It is going to be on its own interface. And whatever you type to it, it will understand through machine learning or artificial intelligence. जैसे तुम्हारा chat GPT, you have chat GPT. What is it? It is an AI chatbot. It is a program designed to understand your responses, and using artificial intelligence, it converts it into zeros and ones, computes it, and gives you a relevant response in the English language. It can give it to you in any other language, but that is besides the point. A chatbot can be programmed using AI, or you can manually program it. Like if I say hi, it will say hey, but if I say hey, it will say hello. If I say hello, it will say hi. For every response of mine, it has a set response. If I say something like, oh, I'm thirsty today, it'll look for the word thirsty and it will say, oh, maybe you should drink some water. I'll say, I did not have a good day today. If the words not and good are found, it'll say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can help you with? Something like that. These are just minuscule methods of converting any a programming language, into a chatbot. You just create a program to make a nice little chatbot. So let us try something like that. Let us try. I did this, didn't I? So if I do p equals input of how is your day going? Oops, 1 second. There we go. P equals input of how is your day going? And based on your input, it has to respond something, correct? Now here we invoke a new keyword called in. See how it highlights itself into green? Second. Hope it is visible to you. It might be too small for you guys. There we go. A new keyword called in. We also have loops. Okay, maybe I should go over loops first. Does anyone here know what a loop is in Python or any programming language?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what a loop is? Or conditional statement? Anything. Tell me a loop is.
It will repeat it until it's satisfied.
It will repeat a statement till whatever the defined
Until
limit is. Yeah, yeah,
it is
correct, correct, correct.
satisfied.
Perfect, correct. Okay, can you tell me what a conditional statement is?
If it is yes, it will print true. If it is not, it will print false.
Okay, you're almost there. Yes, it won't print true or false. It will execute a particular statement, like a particular code. These are called conditional statements. So I have two coasters over here. Okay. If I like this coaster, I will buy this coaster. But if I do not like this coaster, I will not buy that coaster. It's that simple. If I like this coaster, I will buy it. I will keep it. If I don't like it, I will throw it. I won't throw this one. So it is that simple. You look at a statement and you see if it is true. If it is not true, you do the other statement. If it is true, you do the statement which is provided below.
Yeah. Hello?
Someone's mic's turned on. Sorry.
अरे నీతో నీతో కాదులే
Um, Sri Lakshmi, I think. Yeah, your mic's turned on. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so these are called if-else conditional statements. You look at a statement, you evaluate it. If it is true, you go for the correct statement. If it is false, you go for the other statement. Let us look at a simple example. Let's say a equals 1. If a equal to 2, colon, note the syntax, please. Print 2. Else, print nope. Okay. What do you think this will print?
No.
false
Yes, it
Print
print
no.
no. It won't print. Yeah. It won't print false. It will print no. Correct. So if I do something like a equal to 1, b equal to 3, if a less than 3, print true. Elif a greater than, 1 second, b greater than b, print nope. Oh, 1 second. There you go. Else, print again.
True.
Now, yeah,
True.
correct. Yes.
It is
Yes, you are right. What is this elif over here? Can anyone explain what this elif is that I just
If
randomly
the
added?
if condition is not satisfied, then it will go to else.
Correct. Why does it not directly go to else? If the if condition is not satisfied, why does it not directly go to else?
Because it's else if, like, if that doesn't work, then else this one. Again, we can do a ladder thing, like.
Correct. These are just called laddered if else's. And there's something else called a nested if else, which is an if statement inside an if statement. So if A is greater than B, but if A is also greater than C, then A is the greatest. Okay, something like that. Now there are a lot of possible statements you can, possible programs you can go with the given things, but I wanted to focus on the chatbot part. I'm just gonna read this here. Okay. Say B in equal to input of how is your day going, and now I come back to that keyword I went through before. In is, does anyone have any idea what this keyword does? In.
It's a membership operator.
It passes through given given value for one. Like if I say if A is in, if A is B, so it checks if A is present in a string or list B.
Perfect. Does it check if that particular value A is in an integer or a float? Mihir, will it check if it? You were right. You are correct. It does check for the value of A and B if B is a string or a list or a tuple, whatever. But does it check if it is an integer or a float? Can you tell me that?
Sir, I think so. It will return a error.
It will return an error. You are right. Also, don't address me as sir. I'm just bhaiya or bro, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
In. Yeah. Thank you. Now let's say if not in, 1 second, if not in B colon, sorry, oh I missed just, okay, incomplete input obviously. print oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Else print. That's great. Bye bye. Is there any idea what the output of this will be? Hi, enter your name. Tipto. Hello, Tipto. How is your day going? It is going well. Can someone tell me what the output of this will be if I hit enter? Guys, I hope I'm audible, by the way. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Any idea what this will print if I hit enter? My input is it is going well. It's going to say that's great. Bye bye. Why? Because this if statement was not accepted. This if statement was not satisfied. Now again, if I run this code snippet again and do tiptoe and it is not going so well. Any idea what this will print? Will it print the if condition or the else condition? Say that.
It will print the if condition.
Yep.
The if condition.
Okay. Yes.
Bro,
You are correct.
screen is not good, bro.
My screen is not visible.
Yeah, bro.
Is that the
Yeah,
case
it
for
was
everyone?
blurred.
Oh, it was
Oh, yeah,
blurred.
yeah.
Okay. Just give me a second.
Yeah, network issue.
Is it okay now? Wait. Let me see.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, bro. Nice, bro.
Yeah,
Good now.
perfect.
Okay. Perfect. Good. Excuse me. This is your code snippet. It is just a small, chatbot, but you can expand it more. You can look for things like, are you thirsty? Are you hungry? If I do something like elif hungry in B, lol go eat. Elif
Bro, your screen is not visible, bro.
screen is not
It's
visible
blurred
again.
again.
Blurred again. Okay. Could be a network issue. I'm going to turn my camera off for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Okay. Can you guys see my screen again?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. So here I was. Thirsty in B. Print lol go drink. And back to our default statement. Print have a good day. Okay. And now I enter your name, Ditto. Hello, Ditto. How's your day going? It's going well, but I'm hungry. Will it display the string in the second elif or the first elif? Obviously, there's
First.
hungry, and correct, first. There's hungry in the statement that I've written. There's hungry in this conditional statement as well. So I hit enter. It says log go eat. Oh, I would if I had the money. I'm poor. If I hit enter again and I do crypto, how's your day going? It's going well, but I need water. I'm thirsty. Well, go drink. Obviously, there are infinite possibilities, but this form of coding is called hardcode coding, like where you define every single statement, right? You tell the computer, if this happens, you do this. If this happens, you do this. It's like checking for whether a number is even or odd. But instead of using a modulo division comparison operator, you use an equal to operator for every single even number. You 2 equal to 4 equal to 8, 16, 32, whatever. This is called hardcode coding, which means you go through every single possibility and you tell the computer what every single possibility can be. Okay, but yeah, well, there are some chatbots which are coded like this, and some really old chatbots used in websites were also coded like this. Like those medicine websites where you used to go to and they would tell you, "Hi, I'm your virtual assistant. Would you like some assistance today?" And you would tell it some weird response, and it would say, "Your day going? IDK. I'm not sure how to respond." Because you told the computer a response that the computer does not have an answer to. In its predefined set of code, in its predefined set of lines, it does not have the statement IDK written in it. It does not understand Gen Z slang. It is dumb. But yes, this is just a small example of how you can use simple if-else ladders in order to code something as strong as a chatbot. I think I can upload an assignment from today's class. So I'm going to give you guys an assignment of programming your very own chatbot. It can be elaborate, it can be small, it can be unique. Make it however you want to make it. Use the concept of if-else ladders. Use these as reference. And you can basically go through them however you'd want to. I have a crash course thing made over here. I'm going to go through these really quickly. It is almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to wrap it up in the next 15 minutes or so. And then I will have a Q&A session with you guys if you have any questions. Also, if there are any doubts so far, please raise your hands. Or if there are no doubts, just you can turn your mic on and say no doubts. Okay, someone has a doubt. Shauri Singh, do you have a doubt?
Audible?
Sorry?
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
The chatbot program that you just made, if you like use all three words, like not hungry and thirsty, will it like print everything?
That is a very nice question. Let us see. Let us see. I am hungry, thirsty, and do not like myself. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you think it said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that"?
Because
it executed the first
because
if
the first
if
condition is
statement
satisfied.
and it was
Yes.
true, so it
Correct. So if I replace this, Control X, and I this, and obviously I LF and F. Okay. If I run this, that though I am not hungry, not thirsty, and I'm hungry and not thirsty. Sorry. Shift enter.
lol go eat.
Lol go eat. Why does it say lol go eat? Because hungry is your first condition over here. Even if I entered the though and I'm thirsty and hungry, it'll still say lol go eat because food is your number one priority. Without food, you can't live. I'm pretty sure oxygen is more important, but that's fine. Anyhow, here you have to look at the order of statements. And in order to elaborate these, you can do something like elif not hungry in B. Print no need to eat. But though I am not hungry. Why does it still say
This is
this?
satisfied the first condition of it.
Exactly. So in order to do this, you need to create a series of nested if else's, which I will have to go with later. I actually had saved those topics for tomorrow. The concepts of object-oriented programming, the further concepts of if else programming, and using loops, condition statements, everything else. I'd save them for tomorrow, but I will go through everything that we've done today, and your assignment will be given to you most probably tomorrow. But you can start working on them today. I will, you know, put an assignment up as soon as possible. You can submit them there whenever you're done with them. If you're done with them today, if you know Python already, you can submit them today itself. If you want to do them tomorrow, you can submit them tomorrow itself. Whatever. Let's go through these numbers. 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Congratulations, you have discovered math. 1 times 3 is 3. Wow, you're now in the second grade. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Now, other than integer and string, there are some other data types. One of these examples is this decimal. This is called a float. Okay. Does anyone know if there are any other data types like integer, string, or float?
Double.
Yes. And can
Complex
you tell me
type.
what a double is? I heard you too. Complex type. Someone said complex type, no? I heard you too. Can someone tell me what a double is?
Oh, it has
Extended part of float, like more number of decimals.
or double
Exactly.
precision.
Correct. The number of decimal points that you have in your float, uska double will be double. That's how simple it is. Now, 2 star star 4. This star star 4 is raised to the power of 4. Okay. Now, if I do 2 star star 5 over here, it's going to do 32. 2 star star 10, 1024. 100. I don't even know how to count that number. Anyways, this, and you have 4 modulo 2. Does anyone know what modulo is?
A remainder, it prints the remainder.
Correct. It is floor division, I think. That's what it's called. I do 5 modulo 2. Any idea what the answer for this will be?
One.
Correct. Right. If I do 53 modulo 4. Yes, I'm making you do math now. Any idea what the answer for this will be?
One.
Correct. It's 52 divides 4. Let's stick with the. There we go. Perfect. Now 2 plus 3 times 5 plus 5. Does anyone know the Bodmas rule of math here?
Yes.
Yes,
Brackets. Oh my god.
It does it to PEMDAS, like parenthesis, exponentiation, multiplication, division, like that.
Yes. It. Okay. I think you're referring to the PEMDAS rule.
Yeah,
Pawan?
yeah.
Okay. Python, I'm pretty sure, uses the BODMAS rule over the PEMDAS rule. Okay. I hope my internet issues have subsided, so I'm going to turn my camera on. Okay.
Stuck.
I hope I'm audible, and I lied. My internet issues have not subsided. I'm going to turn my camera off and share my screen in a second. Okay. If you can see my screen, just say yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Whoops. Well, yeah, we were here.
It's PEMDAS. I have Googled now itself.
It is PEMDAS?
Yeah, it is. I just Googled in scalar tutorials. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for correcting me. I'm very sorry. It is PEMDAS then. I used to keep thinking it was BODMAS, but I used to confuse between BODMAS and PEMDAS. Anyways, it looks at the parenthesis first, and then it looks like division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay, that is how the order of precedence of these operators goes. So always it looks at the brackets first. So if I do something like 3 plus 6 divided by 4 times 2. Can anyone tell me what the answer for this will be?
1.12 something.
Correct. 1.125. 3 plus 6 is 9, 4 times 2 is 8. 9 by 8 is 1.125. You are right. And what variable type is this again? What data type is this?
Float.
Float.
Perfect.
Float.
Okay. If it had a few more decimal points and a very long number, what would it be?
Double.
Perfect.
Double.
Okay. And I'm assuming you guys know what data type this is?
Decimal. Integer. You
No,
can.
this one.
Integer.
Yeah,
Integer.
integer. Yeah, that. Perfect. Variable assignment. You've already gone with this. Yes, a quick reminder. You cannot name your variables in the most special ways. Okay. If you say underscore a equal to 2, it'll say okay. But if you do plus a equal to 2, cannot assign to expression here. Maybe you meant equal to instead of equal. Basically, you cannot put any important symbols behind a variable. Thing is, you can't put this either because this just becomes an assignment again. Okay, you can't assign a value to an expression over here. These are just some rules about naming your data types. Okay, you can't start with a number or special characters, but you can start with any string or character. Okay, this is just variable assignment. You know how this works. Showed you a lot of this. Strings. Single quotes are also accepted as strings. Double quotes are also accepted as strings. And you can put single quotes inside double quotes. Let's see. Can you put double quotes inside single quotes? Hello. Hi. Yes, it does work. As long as the externalmost quotes are completed, anything that is inside this, if I just do, it will still print it. It does not matter what I put inside the quotes, it will still print it. Okay. Perfect. Printing. I just showed you how to print x is equal to hello and x gives hello. Print x will actually print the value of hello and not print the literal. Okay. Num equals 12, name equals Sam. Now dot format. This is also something I need to go through. My name is bracket bracket 1 and my name is, sorry, my number is bracket bracket 1 and my name is bracket bracket 2. Dot format 1 equal to num and 2 equal to name. This is just a simple method of your print statements being simplified where you can put your brackets wherever you want to and you can put variables inside wherever you've mentioned these brackets. Okay, is this understood or is this confusing for anyone? You can just raise your hand if it is confusing and I'll explain it. Okay, Nanastri, you have not understood this. All right, let me quickly explain this to you. Anyone? Say a equals 2, b equals 3. Now let my number be a and let your number be b. So print my number is and your number is, okay. All I did was put two brackets over here. two curly braces opened and closed over here. Is this understood? Now what I do is I close the quotes and I do dot format. This is a simple method in the print command. I do A, comma, B. That's what I do. So what this does is the value of A over here, it's taken to the first curly brace that is found. The value of B over here is taken to the second curly brace that is found inside these print statements. Now, if I hit this, my number is 2 and your number is 3. What if I remove one of these curly braces? What do you think it'll print? Any idea?
It may error.
Error? No. Why will it show an error? The dot format thing only shows from the first curly brace available. It does not care how many variables you have. As long as there is at least one curly brace, the first variable will be taken and it will be put on this place. Okay. Sorry. If I add, my number is this, and if I replace A and B, B comma A, any idea what this will print? Will it be 2 and 3 or will it be 3 and 2?
3 and 2.
3 and 2.
3 and 2.
3 and
Yeah,
2.
there we go. Perfect. My number is 3 and your number is 2. Yes, thank you. Well, this is the dot format system of, just representing a print statement. It simplifies everything, but instead, if you don't want to do all of this, just make it simple. You do my number is, close the quotes, plus A. Okay. What this plus A is, you're just adding this to the print statement. Okay. Then you do another plus, and your number is plus B. Sorry. Plus A. Your number is 8. I may have messed up over here.
I guess you use comma over here.
Sorry? Oh, yes. Comma. I am very sorry. I'm using the system of, I'm way too used to Java. Java uses plus in its print statements, and I use that. I'm very sorry over here for the confusion. If you want to simplify things over here, you use a comma. Comma A, comma, and your number is comma B. Thank you so much for correcting me. I'm extremely sorry for that. So if you want to not use the dot format system in a print statement, all you do is put a comma instead. And of course, remember to close your quotes over here, okay? Okay, lists, dictionaries, booleans, tuples, sets, comparison operators, logical operators, if, else, elif, for loops, while loops, range, list comprehension, function, lambda expression, maps and filters, methods. All of these are things we'll go through tomorrow, okay? I will be better prepared. I will not make silly mistakes like confusing Python and Java again tomorrow. Now we get to the doubt sessions. Does anyone have any doubts over here? In whatever we've learned today, whatever we've gone over today, does anyone have any doubts? Raise your hand if you have a doubt. Oh yeah, Krishna, go ahead.
Just one doubt, like
Yeah,
regarding the assignment like what we have to make for the chatbot. What we have to do
chatbot.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I will go through the details of this tomorrow because I have to introduce for loops as well to you, and while loops and other condition statements, like obviously details of condition statements like nested if else statements. Tomorrow I will put the assignment up. You can start working on it today itself. What you have to do is you just have to create a chatbot, a simple chatbot that takes if else statements and has a small conversation with you. It can have a 5-liner conversation, 10-liner conversation. What I want you to guys, what I want you guys to do is, I want you to also put it on your GitHub profiles.
GitHub.
Yeah, GitHub. Does anyone here not have a GitHub?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, a few people do not have GitHub accounts over here. What I suggest is, since you're studying CSE over here, I'm assuming all of you study. Is there anyone here who does not study CSE? Just open your mic and tell me. Not in computer science and engineering. Someone from electrical or mechanical. Anyone? Okay. I'm assuming there is.
I need
Sorry?
calculator.
Bro.
EC. Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Fine. I will go through the details of it tomorrow then. But what I suggested, regardless of what stream you're from, it is always, of the essence to have a GitHub profile. You can display all of your technological advancements over here, whatever projects you've done. All you have to do is complete your project, take it as a file, and put it on the GitHub account. You just have to drag and drop. It's very simple. You go to the website, you create your new account, put whatever name you want onto it, and you take up whatever projects you've done in the past, you put them on your GitHub profile. What this does is it makes it very simple for recruiters to see what you've done in the past, and they'll be like, oh, this guy has done projects, I am proud of him. So after you do this assignment, you obviously have to show it to me as well, and I want you guys to put it on your GitHub profiles because it will come in handy later. Okay. Any other doubts? Prasant?
Hello.
Yeah, Raveen, you were saying something.
Ravi,
Ravindra,
my
sorry.
name is Ravi.
Ravindra, sorry. Yeah.
Can we? Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. You are. Tell me.
Can we predefine options, like we can give the user options and let them select from the options?
Predefine options. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to make it like a menu.
Yeah.
Ah.
What problem he is facing, he can choose it from there instead of just randomly let him type anything.
Okay. You know what? Sure. But at some point, you're going to have to use the in keyword that we've discussed today. This one for hungry in B.
Okay.
I want you to use this statement at least once or twice in your code. Okay. But you can use a predefined menu, yes, but use the in keyword. Okay. Anyone else? Prasant Kumar or Deepak?
Uh, with that, we'll be stopping at the next step, right? Like if I give some input, it gives me some sort of output, and the chat is going to be done. And how could I?
Yes. Hmm. You are right, which is why I said people who know Python can start working on it today, but I will give the assignment tomorrow after I discuss tomorrow's topics. Tomorrow, I'm going to be discussing something called while loops, which continuously runs a program while the condition is unsatisfied. Okay. So like
Okay,
while,
understood.
yes, while the input keyword has not read exit or quit or something like that, it will keep running the code. This is what I meant. So if you know Python, you can start working on it today itself. You have one extra day, yippee for you. But I'm going to drop the assignment tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Who else? Ravindra, do you have any other doubts, Valva? Okay, I'm assuming not. Deepak.
Bro,
Yeah. Chandramouli, what's up? Deepak, you raised your hand. Is there a problem?
No, boys, by mistake, I just raised my hand.
Okay. No worries, no worries. Absolutely, no problem. Chandramouli, you had some issues. What's up?
bro, any type of conversation is also okay, bro, in the assignment.
Yeah, any type of conversation is okay. You can make it unique. I suggest you to make it
Yeah,
unique.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, bro.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Are there any other doubts? Yeah. Also, I will be sharing all of these materials with you people later, and these Jupyter Notebook pages. Obviously, I'm going to convert these into PDFs, and these will be sent to you later. Okay. This session is also being recorded. I will stop the recording after people have left and all of the doubts have been solved. If there's any more doubts, that people would like to discuss?
I have a doubt.
To check the chat.
Oh, the chat. Okay.
So
Oops. Oh my God, there are so many messages. Wow. Set of instructions in repetitive order, loop, used for high to shit. Okay, people were giving answers. Perfect. Oh yeah, the BODMAS and the PEMDAS, depending on the country you're from. So, so basically, BODMAS and PEMDAS are the same. We just had a India-Australia difference. Ah, okay. I did not know that. What should we write to display decimals, let's say up to 6 digits? Double. I think works. Raise your hands. You can use typecast into double. Perfect. Yes, you are right. Loops will be discussed tomorrow. Yes, we have to design a chatbot which uses in operator. Yeah, at least once. You have to design a chatbot which uses an in operator. You can create a menu-based system as well using if-else program, like if-else statements. But whatever we've learned today, you can apply those if you would like to. If you would like to use something more complicated like while loops, you'll have to attend tomorrow's class, and that is why I'll be sharing the assignment tomorrow. Are there any more doubts?
Yeah, I do have a doubt. I
I
haven't got this from Google also. I haven't searched much. While writing a print statement, you have added a integer and it gave an error, right? You can't concatenate a string and a integer.
Hmm.
Uh, well, you have used commas, so it gave a space without actually mentioning that. If you check there, it will give a space inbuilt. So
Yeah,
how
I
can
know.
you tag? I don't want any space in that. How could I do that? I haven't tried that in Python, I guess. I don't remember much.
I have not tried that in Python either, and honestly speaking, I do not know. So if I do print hello, wait, let's just d equals 4, comma d. It's gonna, it has a predefined space. I don't think we can get rid of. Ah, shit.
Yeah, you can, bro. You can use
With
separator.
you
concatenation.
can convert that integer type to a string type, then you can directly concatenate like you did in Java.
Ah, using
Yeah,
the concatenate.
Java, but Python. I did that in Java, but I don't know about Python. Yeah, that's what I'm
Dipto,
asking.
Dipto.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Python we have an basically argument called SCP in print itself. So pass that argument.
Yeah, separator.
Yeah, SCP equals to empty quotes. Okay, show the
Ah,
code.
the separate wala. Yes.
Yeah, separate wala. Yeah,
Wow. For some reason, it is there in my
yeah.
PPT, and I still forgot about it. Wow.
At last it came to a use, bro. SCP. I never actually used that in my life.
Yeah, I don't think people will use SEP ever. I don't know if they
Yeah, same
will.
opinion here.
Huh. Yeah. So, anyways, you can
Once
use
show the
the.
code, bro. It will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
better.
One
Once
second.
show the thing.
That I will. Remember that actually if you do that easily.
Yes. Hold up. 1 second. So if I do print, can you see my screen by the way? Check.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Print. You know what? Hello, comma 4, comma sep equals. There we go. I forgot about sep. Wow.
Thank you for this.
Yeah. Any other doubts, by the way? Mihir, do you have any other doubts?
Yes. So in this chatbot, if you want to like slightly crazy in it, like using other modules like PySticks, can you use it?
Ah, you want to go advanced. You know what? Go ham. Surprise me. This is just a beginner's
Okay.
project, obviously. So it was meant to only invoke if else statements. But if you want to make it a little bit more advanced, just go ham. Guys, if there's any other doubts, you can go for them. All right, it's 10:26 and everyone's bedtime is approaching. There's no other doubts. If there's no doubts, just say no doubts, please.
Yeah, no doubts, I guess.
Okay, okay.
No doubts.
No doubts? Okay, good.
A lot of them are reacting, Dipto. So
Oh.
they're giving you a thumbs up.
Damn, I can put reactions, yo. Love. Oh. That's so cute. Anyways, okay, should we wrap it up for tonight then? Someone has a doubt. Dhanush. Oh, never mind. He was just reacting. All right. Okay, I suppose we'll wrap it up for tonight then. Have a good night, everyone, and I apologize for the confusions caused in the middle. I'm going to stop the recording.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Good night. Ketan, you have a doubt? I am paranoid. I keep thinking if someone raises their hands, it's a doubt. Stop recording this.
Alright,
No, no,
link
no.
will be
They're all
sent
good.
on the for you to join again. Same time tomorrow.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah. Chandramouli, what's up?
Bro, can I know what they asked at the last doubt? I didn't understand actually that.
Oh, okay. The last doubt was regarding the separation. So this is something called the SEP method. Like, what you do is whenever you print something high and you use a comma and you put 6, you see after the high, one second, let me remove this. After the high, there is a space by default. You see it? Now, if I don't want the space and if I want something else, anything else.
Bro, we can add F here, I think. Print
Sorry?
Print F, the number is A or anything.
You mean this? Print F like this?
Oh, yeah, yes, bro, yes, bro.
It doesn't work in Python.
Bro. Inside the bracket, bro.
Inside the bracket?
Yeah, curly brackets.
Do you mean this? Oh, okay, I got it.
Comma
Inside
6.
this, you want this.
Yes, curly
Comma
bracket.
6?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes, bro.
dot format 6, or let's say D.
Yeah, yes.
Dot format, okay. Yes, you can use dot format, yes, but a simpler method of removing the comma would be to use comma 4 comma sep equals nothing. Like these are just quotes with nothing in them. Okay. This also gives you the same output. Again, if I want to replace the sep with an and, give you high at 4. If I want to do a percentile, it will give me high percentile 4. Okay.
Okay.
Is this understood? Do you understand it now?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Well, I guess that is it for tonight then.